was 14, I had a Kiwi teacher who came home after Christmas break, showed us a slideshow of his home, and told us all about it. And I swore at 14 years old, 14 years ago now, halfway through my life, that one day I would raise my children in New Zealand. One day I would move to New Zealand and settle there with a family.
Maybe not on this trip, but Evangeline Lilly is here with this fella, and we already know how fond of the place he is.
You know, to come back to a country that had been so kind to me, in a place that I really felt like home, and, you know, things that I'd missed. I'd not had a box of Jaffas for a while, so it's nice to it's nice to come back and dip my foot in the water.
You must be a real New Zealander if you're partial to the Jaffas.
Oh yeah, I love Jaffas, man. There's no spelly jellies anymore. The last time I was here, there was these sweets called spelly jellies, like these fruit-flavored alphabet shapes, which I just loved. And I went to the Star Mart last night on the way back from the airport, and there's no spelly jellies. I couldn't believe it.
Gummy lollies aside, there is of course another draw card here for Dominic Monaghan.
Obviously, I'm here in New Zealand, so I'm going to be spending time with Pete and seeing what's happening with him. I mean, he's a great friend of mine, and I've never really had a mentor, really, but in terms of someone who I look up to in the industry, he's definitely at the top of that list. And, you know, after the experience that I had on rings, I'd always said that I would come back and do anything for Pete, and he's so busy and he has a bunch of stuff coming up that be really exciting for me to know that there is that potential in the future.
Do you think there's any project that you might be able to slot into there with him?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things. Obviously, The Lovely Bones, I don't think, has too much for me there. I read the book a couple of times and scoured through it, and there didn't seem to be a part.
Looking for your role.
Exactly. Call him up and say, so page 97.
While Dominic's relishing life after Lost, Evangeline is committed to another 3 years on the show.
I am so relieved that they gave us an end date. Not because I'm desperate to get out. I'm not. But because I'm desperate to know there is an end. You know, I don't want, I'm right with the audience in not having the stamina to stick through 15 seasons of drawn-out storylines just to fill the space. I can't go there. I can't be a part of that. But knowing that we have 48 episodes to concretely, concisely, powerfully drill home the story and take it to where it needs to go, that's exciting to me.
Less exciting is the world of celebrity that comes with it.
Oh, God. Really? Really? You want the honest answer? I hate it. I hate it. I knew I would. I never anticipated anything otherwise. I had always looked at celebrities and pitied them. And when I decided to take the gig of Kate and knew that there was a chance that the show might take off, I knew I was signing my life away to the devil. But what he gave me in return was pretty good. So you know, I always say that my life before Lost was blessed and cursed in many very simple and sweet ways. Now it's blessed and cursed in many grandiose ways.
One can only assume Dominic is one of those blessings, not that he's letting on. Because you're not travelling alone.
No, I'm traveling with one of my co-stars. I'm always selling New Zealand to a lot of people. You know, anyone who talks about going to Australia, I just kind of say, well, are you going to New Zealand? And if they're not, then I kind of explain to them what they're missing out on.
Delightfully, Evangeline is a little more forthcoming.
On the agenda is as much relaxation as possible, as much nature as possible, as little travel, as little exposure as possible. Hopefully, I'll find myself in a corner of this country where people don't watch Lost. Good luck, I know. And I'm going to read, and I'm going to write, and I'm going to pick flowers, and I'm going to eat cheese and drink wine and have warm, roaring fires and hot chocolate, and that's it.